what's up everybody? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 4, Episode 7. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright you guys, Young Jock and Baby Needs. I guess it's been too long since they've been on the show, so Mona brought them on, but really they could have saved this whole little part, so we gonna make this shit real fast, y'all. Yeah, it looked like Baby Needs done rolled out her own crib and been staying in a damn hotel for a week, y'all. Because she's trying to get, clear her mind of Young Jock and all his fucking baby mamas. Somehow, magically, a Spa Sadell gift certificate showed up at her hotel, you guys. And she's decided to go on and use it because she needs the relaxation. Well, lo and behold, y'all, while she's at the spa, who do you think should show up but Young Jock? And a nigga is fully in his whole soft voice. He seems reprimanded. He seems very, regretful for the things that he's done. He messed up. He realizes that she's the one for him. He didn't fuck Cena. Of course, Baby Needs ain't falling for it. She's just like, Negro, please. But he had to try. He was like, check this out, baby. If you tell me you don't love me no more, I'll give you your keys back and I'll be out your life forever. Well, y'all ladies, you know that when we got a motherfucker that we are so stupidly in love with, okay, when they hit us with the ultimatum like that, we ain't quite ready to let the shit go, okay? So she was just like, I love him. Seeing that he got her back on his side almost, he lay down the coup de grace. Baby, check this out. I'm gonna get all my baby mamas together and I'm gonna let them know that you is the queen ding-a-ling, okay? And hey, this is music to Baby Needs' ears. She tired of fussing and fighting with all his baby mamas, especially that bitch Cena. So she was just like, well, I am feeling this. Maybe I will, come on around and sit it on down and, just so they can know, okay, who is the bee's knees, okay? And that's Baby Needs. So she's just like, finally, nigga, yes, okay, we'll do this. So, Jock is relieved, okay? Look like he got Baby Needs back on his side. So he just like, you know what, all right. Get dressed, babe, and let's go home. Oh, get dressed, babe, and let's go home. Oh, get dressed, babe. Get right, church. I know y'all was excited when you was little at church and they finally sang Get Right, Church, and let's go home after you've been sitting there 6 damn hours. This waist shaper party. Y'all know last week Mimi was talking to Margo and we pick up this week where it left off. And Margo, she told us that she had some damn home training. I was just like, bitch, somebody that told you wrong, okay? When your mama told you to be having your damn hands up in somebody's face. She putting her hands in Mimi's face and y'all, Mimi was just like, get your hands out of my face. You're gonna get your finger out. That Mimi was hot. She like, bitch, I bet you ain't gonna be sitting up here with your fucking hands all in my face. I guess Mimi was like, look, I done got disrespected enough. All I know is there ain't gonna be a new bitch come on here and be putting hands in my face. Mimi says, I came here to watch Jessica Dine walk in the show. I had no idea that Nico would be here with his wife. After 2 years of keeping her a secret, now he wants to bring her to an event as his date? This shit is ridiculous. It is, girl, it is. They got their confrontation. She's snatching her hands out of her face and everything. And, Mimi was just like, you're listening to this one because he put a battery in your back. Get your hands out of my face. Child, Ariel was trying to stop the whole thing. She was just like, you guys, stop! You guys, stop! It was a fucking mess, you guys. And Margo, like this blind allegiance that she has to Nico. I mean, I'm sitting up there agreeing with Mimi like, nigga, he lied to both of you guys. Why is it that you don't believe that after all of, he lied to you. So why do you not think that he could? Child, it was some foolishness. Margo was just like, I know that he does dumb shit. Okay, now that I do know. The nigga is stupid. I do know for a fact that I got a fool on my damn hands. But I don't think that he lied about this whole thing and it's all on Mimi and this, that, and the other. Okay, and Mimi is trying to convince her that that is not the truth. Finally, Mimi, with her infamous exit that she always does, she tries to walk out. But of course, Margo is following her, okay? And Ariane is trying to tell them. They still putting hands in face, okay? Again, I don't understand the sex tape thing, why we are trying to rewrite history when they both already agreed that they did the shit together. For the life of me, y'all, what? Mona, y'all trying to change this shit up in season 4. But anyway, you guys, Margo, I'm gonna tell you guys how this whole thing is gonna go, because it's too predictable right now. Because Margo believes 100% in Nico, she's on his team and she totally believes what he says. This is gonna be the setup for the downfall, because Nico is already the bad guy, so we're gonna really make him be the bad guy. She's gonna eventually find out that he's lying about the tape, wasn't all on Mimi like he said. I ain't quite sure how that shit gonna go down yet, but mark my words, she's gonna find out, she's gonna be heartbroken, she's gonna not believe that he lied to her again. Margo will come out victorious on top. Her and Mimi might even be friends, you guys, and Nico will be the bad guy. Y'all mark my words, I bet you that shit play out just like that. Now later, Margo, because she ain't got no fucking friends out here in Atlanta, she goes over to Nico's house and she was just, can you believe what happened? Side note, somebody give Margo some lozenges, okay? Bitch always sounds stuffed up. I know how it go though. You be in Atlanta, these new fucking allergies, and you ain't fuck with your sinuses if you ain't used to it. But anyway, she was just like, can you believe how that went down? And Nico was just like, yeah, but you know what, all that said and done, why the hell you gonna tell her some shit that I told you in secret and I told you don't tell her? She was just like, you assumed I wasn't gonna say nothing. I ain't never agreed that I wasn't gonna say nothing. Yeah, but see, you fucking it up now because she ain't gonna want to do this book deal. And I was like, I thought there was a contract and she has to do the book deal. Again, Margo, you know, she knows Nico and she's not gonna let him take the fall because he's such a great guy and he does everything and he's not this slime bucket. And she's gonna shout it from the rooftops that Mimi is the mastermind and to anybody who will listen. And then this is when I lost track of what the fuck was going on. All of a sudden, Nico introduces yet another character. He says that there was a third party person and he was the one who had the deal and he's the missing piece. And when they all get together, I was just like, what? I know that Mona was like, wait a minute, cut. Nigga, don't nobody understand what the hell you just said. I can't put that up on the screen. Say that shit again. Child, I came with Nico and Margo, but like I said, mark my words, that shit is gonna all fall down soon. Now back to Mimi. She said, yeah, she had a weak moment when she was at the Waist Gang, event, but she through with that shit. All she's concerned about is making her little baby girl Ava happy, okay? So she got a little surprise from Miss Ava, okay? They done took their ass on down to the Universal Circus, okay? And it must be Moan and Me Friends and Family Night, because there's about 38 fucking people in this. I said, y'all was like, fuck it, we ain't even gonna try to edit out this empty ass stadium. We got a show to work with. So Stevie is the honorary Grand Marshal, and he, is that the word, y'all? Not Grand Marshal, he's the honorary, I was gonna say pallbearer. He's the honorary ringmaster. And Ava's really happy to see her daddy, and Mimi is really happy to see her daddy, and Stevie J is happy to be there. You guys remember we said we got a new Stephen Jordan, you guys. And side note, is it just me? Am I having some feelings of nostalgia? Was you getting a little twang feeling like, gosh, maybe Mimi and Stevie J could get back together? I mean, because when we got a Stevie J that's sober, and when we got a Mimi who seems to finally kind of, we got to get her back on track, but maybe, she kind of can get herself together. And the baby, y'all, they were just so happy together. I was just, okay, I have been watching the first season of Love and Hip Hop because I've been trying to get this compilation video together. So maybe because I remember how it was at the very beginning, and I don't even really feel right because Joseline is my girl and I like her and Stevie J together, but y'all, at the beginning it was Stevie and Mimi. And the baby, y'all, I was looking, I was just like, oh, maybe they could work. No, they can't work it out. What y'all think? Am I tripping? Okay, y'all, I might be tripping. Let me get back to the show. So after the Universal Circus is over and, they drive on back to Mimi's house, Stevie J puts the baby to bed. And Mimi is getting him up to speed on all the shit that's gone down since he's been locked up 30 damn days. I had Jessica Dime. You remember Jessica Dime, don't you? She used to dance in Miami with your wife. Stevie J was acting like he didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, Mimi trying to get the nigga back on script. Stevie J was like, fuck, I done been locked away for 30 damn days. I can't remember all these character changes and new additions to the story. Okay, so you say Jessica Dime, a Miami stripper. Okay, Mona, I'm back on track. But now we got slight inklings that, you know, Stevie J might have fucked Jessica Dime. I said, Lord. Now, Mona, I know that we recycle storylines and plot lines and everything, but fuck, we just had that shit last season. Can we skip a damn season or two before you start bringing the same bullshit every time? They agree that, you know, with this MF management, you know, the shit went bad with Tiffany Fox. He was fucked up, so, you know, he's like, I feel like I owe her something, an apology, you know, maybe we can try to work with her. And Mimi was like, yeah, she feels the same way. Shit, I thought Tiffany Fox said fuck MF management after the shit that happened at Jazzy Faze, okay? But clearly, Stevie J ain't trying to work with Jessica Dime Piece. He was like, we can't just be getting any old hoe off the street. But whatever, you know, enough about that. What's going on with you and your boy Frico?
I went to the fashion show and in walks Nico and the wife, and they sit directly across from us.
Stevie can't believe it. You know, he blames it all on Nico again. You want me to, you know, meet up with him in a dark alley and walk around in circles and act like I'm gonna do something to him, but don't do shit and wait for security to come grab us? Mimi was just like,
no, I don't need you to do anything. I'm trying to keep you out of jail.
I was like, Mimi, that motherfucker ain't going to jail. Look, Stevie J wouldn't be in no goddamn fight if you dropped the nigga square down into the middle of one, okay? Stevie ain't fighting no damn body, and this is Nico. She sit on down with baby girl Ava the next night, and because Deb Adney gave her this genius idea, she gonna let Eva Giselle do 3 children's books. She sits it on down with Ariane so she can, you know, so they can just kind of rehash what happened at the Waist Gang event. Ariane, she, you know, Ariane's look, this bitch done told me all kind of shit. I really don't know what to believe, but I'm here because that's my friend, and, you know, I'm always gonna be here kind of thing. And Mimi says, I don't even have a problem with old girl, okay? It's really not nothing between her and I just wanted the motherfucker to get her hands on my face. But obviously,
he's been lying to the both of us for a very long time.
Ariane was like, child, look, y'all got so much shit going on. I guess you're gonna do these 3 baby books for old boy. And she was just like, yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So Ariane is like, okay, girl, well, do your thug thizzle. Get this, y'all. Plot switch again. Mimi drops it on Ariane that there are some tapes and there was a conversation or conversations that was taped by Nico, and he's using that to kind of try to keep her in line. And, you know, Ariane's like, well, what's on the tapes? And Mimi was just like, I don't even know. But look, I actually think that this might be the way, some kind of way, Margo finds out about Nico and his bullshit, okay? The shit is gonna backfire, and maybe this is how Margo gonna find out. And like I said, Margo and Mimi might even become friends. Again, remember, you heard it here. Now, later on, Miss Mimi meets with Nico, and of course, he's his regular flippant self. He just gets on my nerves. Last night, I was trying to practice his face. Y'all, it looks worse when I don't have on makeup. Let me see if I can do it. It'd be like... oh, I wish I'd have had this lipstick on, y'all. It just be, you know, it's sort of, just be, sort of like, Mimi says,
I'm here because Ava has finally finished her masterpiece. I can't wait to see the look on the idiot's face when he sees that I found a way to fulfill my contract without giving him a dime from my life story.
Okay, so that's what she tell us, but then she start off on this shit about, you know, 25% is too much. Isn't it already contracted? So, I mean, why are we arguing over shit that, you know, definitely you're gonna have to talk to a lawyer and take your ass to court about? He was just like, baby, you already signed the contract. You just got a problem with me, you got a problem with my wife, and she was just like, I don't care about your wife! Shut up about that shit! I was just like, oh, Mimi. Oh, Nico, you in fucking trouble now. Mad Mimi is in the building. So that made him mad, and he was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm about to renege on our pact. I'm tired of lying about this whole sex tape that we made. You know that shit was all on you, and you the one that planned it all out, and I'm just trying to take the fall to help you, and yada, yada, yada. Mimi is just sitting there like she can't believe he said that. And Mimi gets up from the table, you guys, and again, she's doing her infamous Mimi walkout, but she turns around and comes back up to him. It's just like,
you know know what, Nico? Here's your $3. Take your 25% and get out of my life.
She was walking out. Her damn shirt was unzipped at the back. I was like, Mimi, somebody, Mona, y'all got the girl walking out. Her shit is undone in the back. Real fast with Joseline, you guys, she goes to the gym with Carly so she can pump Carly's ass for all the tea that she needs to get. You know that's what she do with Carly Red. Carly said, okay, all right, let me let you in on this hot fucking tea. You missed the waist game party, but we was all there. Mimi was there, Margo was there. Y'all, they had this big ass confrontation, honey. Margo had her face in Mimi's hands. Margo had her face in Mimi's hand. Margo had her hands in Mimi's face. Okay, Mimi was yanking it all around, honey. Margo was just like, bitch, you the liar, you the one that put this whole tape together, you the mastermind, but the whole thing, she let everybody know. Yes, bitch, you get it clear. Okay, standing ovation for that bitch Margo. I can appreciate somebody that be honest, not like that bitch Mimi, cause she always lying. And I just love the fact that she is giving it to that bitch, and she deserves every bit of it because she's such a fucking liar. Then Carly was like, girl, let me tell you this too. Supposedly, Mimi and your man got a management company together, and they supposed to be managing Jessica Dime Piece and Tiffany Fox. Joseline was like, honey, he ain't working with them hoes. He might be entertaining that shit, but it ain't even enough time in the day for him to be fucking around with them bitches. Let me tell y'all something. Stevie J got one girl artist, and that would be Joseline Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess. She let that shit roll off her back, y'all, but quiet as it's kept, that shit was pissing Joseline off. And I think Carly knew it because she was just digging a knife old messy fucking ass. She was just like, I'm gonna fix this shit, okay? So yeah, she put her lingerie on, and honey, she cooking Stevie J this big breakfast. She real mad. Since Stevie been locked up for 30 days, I've been planning this big wedding. I've been doing what I need to do. I've been doing rehearsal. I've been taking care of business. After everything that happened in New York, I got your back. You didn't go to jail. If you would have gone to jail, who would have been waiting there for you? I would have been waiting there for you. And all I can hear in the streets is you trying to get with some old raggedy ass bitches from Miami or Atlanta, Jessica Dime or Tiffany Ross. She said rocks, not Fox. I'm just trying to figure out why you picking up these scavengers, these crabs, these tired ass bitches from the streets when the only bitch that you should be working with from the streets is me. I was just like, okay, she was putting herself down a little bit, but you know when you be mad, you be saying all kind of shit. Stevie J noticed she got an attitude. He ain't quite sure what the problem is, but he's glad that he got his food, and he's like, thank you, baby. And she was just like, oh yeah, you like that, baby? You know, okay. She was like, motherfucker, you better like it, because that's the last shit you gonna get. She throw her damn orange juice on him. He jump up, she jump up. Fuck you, fuck your wedding, fuck everything. Go on off and do whatever. Your ass can go to jail. I don't give a fuck. Grand Joseline style. Okay, she going off, and all I could think is, Joseline, baby, yeah, Carly gave you some fucked up tea, okay? It wasn't really right because Tiffany Fox said she ain't working with MF Management. Stevie J and Jessica Dime said they wasn't working with MF Management. So, baby, you done got all worked up for nothing. So Kirk and Ashley, they have finished day one of the Broken Busted tour up in Alabama. Ashley is all excited, like, oh, it was so much fun. It was so great. Everybody loved it. And Kirk was just like, yeah, she need a little work. Okay, nigga, that's cold word for the shit was fucked up. But Kirk says they got to keep plugging away because, you know, this is all for D-Lo Entertainment. That goddamn Kirk looked like he had, you know, a whole bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on his face. I was like, wait, ain't nobody gonna put no translucent powder on his ass. Some nigga just as shiny as could be. Glazed motherfucker. They in Alabama, right? And they being driven to the next location, and who should call but young Jock? Jock is just like, you gonna be at your auction? And you know, Kirk was just like, what auction? Okay, I haven't even been able to get in touch with Rashida because I thought she was mad. Well, now you know you can't reach Rashida because she's auctioning your shit off. So Kirk is like, bitch, what? I'm on my way. Driver, get off at this next exit and put a move on it. I got to get to my shit. Meantime, we at the auction, and Rashida, and you know, she all gussied and dressed up and shit. I was like, fuck, what's going on here? Okay, again, it's Mon Ami family and friends night. Okay, nigga, we got Uncle Lynn there. We got Uncle Curtis there. We got Uncle Michael, second cousin Jerome and his wife. Okay, Pastor Jones. Lord, here we go with this old struggly ass auction. If y'all don't stop this shit. So anyway, y'all, we auctioning off a Rolex. We auctioning off some clothes. We auctioning off a damn Rolls Royce and this 4-wheeler dirt bike. Okay, so it's big ticket items there. Okay, they real happy when she gets something like $200,000 for this Rolls Royce. I see. Child, they celebrating and everything, and then who should walk in but sweet baby Ray? He just like pause it all up. I said, now you know this is some foolishness because I mean, who is selling their marriage? Let me tell you one thing: you sell your fucking husband shit, that damn marriage better be over. I don't know what bitch think that they can just sell their man shit and then go home that night and everything be honky-dory. No! Even the calmest motherfucker would be pissed with your ass. You do some shit and then here come Kirk. What are you doing, Rashida? Okay, with the fucking face. She just like, what you mean what I'm doing? I'm getting all my money back from the store. You used all you know, she do. But they really pissed at the fact that he didn't brought fucking Ashley down there. Okay, so the mama's looking like, what the fuck the bitch doing here? Ashley run up, okay, she just like, don't be mad at me because he cheated on you. Well, the Lord, why she say that? Okay, everybody stop like, what the fuck? I know this bitch is. He mad. He say that Rashida done gone crazy, but he got some shit for ass. What you got for a sweet baby Ray? Rashida was just like, bitch, I made my money 80 G's 3 times, nigga. So, you know, they fussing and shit. And then, you know, Rashida was just like, oh, since you want to be all like that to Ashley, okay, you know what? Your contract is null and void, okay? That shit that you wasn't going to do in the first place, you really ain't going to do it now. Kirk was like, you wildin' now. You selling all my shit. This is wrong, Rashida. And Rashida's just like, well, nigga, what I'm supposed to do? You done used all our money from Poise Cosmetics and from I'm Bossy, got you an apartment, you've been hiding money and all of this. Okay, y'all, I'm telling you, I just was like, Lord, this is some foolishness. Later on, they continue the conversation at home, and he was just like, you know, you wasn't supposed to do that, Rashida. That was wrong. I need you to understand what I'm trying to do. And he said that he took their money. So I don't understand why she can't take their money as well. Then she got the nerve to say, well, what you need to do is get your girl in check because I'm about 2 seconds from dropping her from her car. I said 2 seconds, bitch. Them 2 seconds should have been passed. Why are you still fucking around with Ashley after she done did all? See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Didn't she just say she dropped the bitch? Now she 2 seconds from dropping her. I'm telling y'all, we moving back in time, y'all. See, this is what I mean with, I cannot with sweet baby Ray and Rashida, okay? I just, yeah, fool the fuck who nigga tree. Let me get off of here and get back to work. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.